Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana also one of the cryptocurrencies that has already reached their target areas. Since it did reach its target area at $100, I did move the target lower here into a region between 30 and 55k, $55, and that is because my primary expectation would still be that we are getting once more into this target area with $55. The reason is that where Solana found support here at $82, it was pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It was not really a Fibonacci support, so therefore I have to assume that we're coming down lower. But as I said so many times before, any crypto that has reached its target area, including Solana, could at any point start the completion of the correction, right? I mean, we've been talking about this target area since November. I think that worked out perfectly. At the time, these levels looked very unrealistic. No, nothing is at any point in time unrealistic in the crypto market. So everything is always possible in financial markets, also in the crypto market. And it is one of the cryptos where I think the low could be in. We need to be prepared for that. That is why I had my buy orders set. I did dollar cost average in. I know you did the same, or a lot of you did the same. Channel members, of course, saw my buy orders. I think the lowest one triggered at $87. That was perfectly the low here. I mean, it did go down to 75, but catching that little wick here is often not possible. And that's what I said before. When you try to catch the lowest low, you sometimes might not get the lowest point. It's just not in the grand scheme of things. If we talk about a 450, 650 Solana in the next major wave up, I guess, does it really matter if you buy at 75 or at 80 or 87? Probably not. So it is starting to look interesting, Solana. So we have a few confirmations here which look interesting. So we obviously had the lower low, because we made a lower low, that immediate beginning of a potential uptrend here from that wave 3 to that wave 4, and then down was over because we haven't seen a higher low. But it is starting to come up quite convincingly at the moment. We have a green grey candle here. Then we broke out of this descending wedge. We talked about it. We didn't have the volume here, but we then got some volume in and actually retested the channel from below. And now Solana is moving out of the channel. We talked about in previous videos that I wouldn't be surprised if we move out of that channel. Ethereum did the same, and Ethereum is also still making a lower high here. But we are moving out of the channel, and that is a first very, very good sign, because it breaks this immediate descending selling momentum. That is good. But what we need to see, and that is only happening here on today's candle, what we need to see is that the daily candle closes above it. That would be another confirmation. And then, as you can see there in orange or in brown, the 50-day moving average is coming down here, sitting at $106. That is resistance. So Solana needs to break above this level. And then in the last video I told you that Solana could without a problem probably move up here to $120, that wave 4 top. That will be resistance, and here we will decide, or it has to be decided, if the low was already in. If Solana makes a higher high from here, I think we can talk with more confidence that the low was in. And that is what everybody needs to decide for themselves. I talked about it when we were down here below $100, that everybody needs to decide for themselves. Do I wait for even lower prices, or do I start to buy in already? Because if you wait for confirmation, then you're already at $120, $130, and you've lost already some profit margin. On the other hand, if you do it, if you buy without confirmation, the risk is higher that we could drop once more into that target area here between $30 and $55. And to be fair, I think which scenario is going to play out here, either a higher high and a higher low, and that the low was already in, the correction is finished, that larger wave 2 is finished, or do we come down once more into that target area after we shifted it down? That, I think, depends now on Bitcoin. I think if Bitcoin does its alternative and breaks above 46.5k, and maybe unlocks higher prices, in that case, in that scenario, then Solana could, depending on what Bitcoin does, could move to new all-time highs. I think so. While Bitcoin then will probably turn around and come down into my target area. Bitcoin hasn't done that yet, and makes a lower low. Solana could just in that turnaround make a higher low. So that is very important. I did explain the connection in a little bit more detail in the Ethereum video yesterday. I don't have too much time to do it now. Maybe we'll do it in the next Solana video, but the message here is that the low could be in. Yeah, absolutely, the possibility is there. I would even give it, yeah, it's hard to say, you know, I can't really, it is probably 50-50 at the moment. The thing is, the probability increases the more we go up here now and approach the $120. The thing is, the green candle here looks very convincing. We broke out of a descending wedge, and if today's the break of the channel is holding and we move above 50 moving average, all of that gives you more confirmation that the low could already be in. I mean, we talked about already here about the bullishness of the MACD, because we had a bullish crossover here a few days ago that again predicted basically that MACD, the breakout, I think, of the channel. You know, we had here bullish crossover, broke it, and saw a confirmation, and the MACD is going up, and the RSI on the daily now as well in the bearish in the bullish range. I think here further price increases might be possible all the way up to $120, pretty much just as I said in the previous video. The thing is, primarily until we break that $120 level, I have to assume just that we are coming down once more and make a lower low, just because we haven't broken that level yet. Okay, but yeah, to get a foot in the door, I heavily dollar cost averaged into Solana in the last few weeks, and waiting for that price target for that larger wave 3 then to the upside, which is at least $450, but I see more the prices in the region of $650. That would be around the 1.618 Fibonacci extension and the 200% Fibonacci extension level. All right, hopefully you liked the update about Solana. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.